In this video, I'm going to give you 10 tips to improve your goaltending. I can almost guarantee that nobody has told you these before, which gives you watching this video a massive advantage over other goalies. Let's start with tip number 10. Tip number 10 is about getting morning sun. As soon as you can in the morning, before you see any artificial light, try to get outside for morning sunlight. No sunglasses for a minimum of 5 minutes. Don't stare at the sun, just go outside. Even if it's cloudy, there's still light present in the clouds, so it's worthwhile to get out and see that sun. Morning sun regulates and synchronizes your circadian rhythm, which is like your internal biological clock. It also affects other hormones like cortisol, other biological processes, and it helps make sure that you're tired when night comes, helping you sleep better. This acts as a domino effect. You sleep better, which makes you feel better the next day, which helps you sleep better again the next night, and so on and so on. Tip number 9, watch the puck literally the entire way into your equipment. Make it a game. If you don't see the puck going all the way into your glove or your pads, into the boards behind you, or even into the net, you lose. Turn your head as you need to see the puck. It's hard to explain why it works so well, but I think there's something about committing 100% to watching the puck that helps you see it better and then react to it better as well. You're not catching it in your glove with your peripheral vision. You're actually turning your head and watching it all the way into your glove so that you can make the save and also better control the rebound. I think that if you do this, you will discover what I did, that it's easy to make so many more saves this way. Tip number 8 is have other interests in your life. If hockey is the only thing you care about, it's going to be hard to deal with that when hockey isn't going well. We all go through slumps. We all go through times where hockey just isn't working for us. And if you have nothing else to fall back on, that makes things a lot harder for you. Whether it's school, art, friends, other sports, having other interests that you can rely on and keep you occupied and busy and also build your self-esteem while hockey isn't going well is super important. That way, if you have a bad game or even a few bad games in a row, it doesn't feel like the world is ending. It's fine to be obsessed with hockey, but make sure you have other interests that you can fall back on. Number 7 is walk every day. We all know walking is good for us. For metabolic, cardiovascular, and mental health reasons, walking is recommended for everyone. To make walking even better, make sure to swing your arms. This helps us rotate our body and access proper gait mechanics, which enables weight shifting, internal and external rotation, and ideal biomechanics. You also want to swing your arms so that peripherally you can see your hands while you're walking, which helps our brain sense that space on the side of our body. This again lets us have proper gait mechanics to properly utilize the right muscles and prevent tightness. This is a little bit complicated for this video, so I won't go into detail on it, particularly because we're covering other topics, but just try to swing your arms when you walk and see them in your peripheral vision, both on the left and right side. Tip number 6, get fitted for your goalie equipment at a goalie specialist store. I have a theory that a lot of goalies are wearing equipment that isn't properly fitted, whether it's too big or too small. And I think that you would feel even better if your equipment was the right size for you. Ideally, you live in an area where there is a goalie store near you. You can go in there, talk to a goalie expert, bring your own gear that you already have, or if you're buying new gear, get them to find the right size for you, make sure it fits. Make sure that you can get measured. If you have to go custom, maybe go custom if you can afford it. Just try to find the right size. Don't just guess and order something online without actually testing it before you go on the ice. Try to get measured. Try to get something that fits you perfectly or as close to perfect as possible. We're already spending so much time and money on hockey. It makes sense that if we're going to invest all that money on gear, that we get the kind of gear that fits us properly. Number 5 is get a therapist or other mental health professional to help you in your hockey journey. If you can't get a therapist, then try to get books about psychology and the mental game. Try to find something that will help you understand what you're experiencing as you play and help you become able to cope with those feelings and the emotions and the challenges of being a goalie. We all know how important the mental game is to hockey. That's why it's important to work with a professional if we can. Not only to dial in your confidence and focus, but to help you deal with emotions when hockey interferes with your life. If you have insurance or the money to do so, consider working with a mental health professional, as I think it will pay big dividends in your life. If you can't work with a professional, try to do some learning about this stuff on your own. Read books about psychology and mental health, and give yourself the tools to build a stronger mental game, just as you would lift weights in the gym. So things like meditation, positive affirmations, and positive visualization. And always get help if you feel that you can't handle the emotions of hockey. If there is too much anxiety or there is depression coming from hockey, make sure to reach out to somebody and get help if you need it. Tip number 4 is do a squat movement every day. It doesn't have to be super heavy. It can just be a bodyweight squat, but the important thing is to practice the movement. Whether it's weight on your back in a squat, just body weight, isometrics, jumps, just practice the squat movement every day. This will strengthen your legs and improve your mobility. A daily squat is a great practice to have for a goalie. It's a fundamental human movement, so maintaining it will keep you healthy. When you add variables like barbells, isometrics, and jumps, it gets even better. And then once you have a deep squat, make sure to maintain that movement. It doesn't take as much work to keep that mobility or that strength, but it's important that you do it on a consistent basis. Tip number 3 is go to a high-level game and watch the goalies up close. Whether it's the NHL, AHL, college, or junior, something about seeing hockey at that level, especially up close when you can notice different details, will make you a much better goalie, and it will also motivate you to get better. Some of my best games and practices have come after a night at an AHL or NHL game. You get ideas for things to work on, and you get motivated to work harder. Go see what you can afford. It can be really helpful to get tickets behind the net and get there early for warm-up. So obviously NHL games are very expensive to sit behind the net, but if you can get to a lower level game, something like junior or even a college game, depending on where you live, that can be really helpful. The goalies there are still very, very good, and you can learn a lot just from watching them that close. I did this one time at an AHL game. I watched the whole warm up behind the net, and I had practice the next morning. I remember being really excited to go on the ice. I had learned so much, learned things that I wanted to try out that next day, and it really motivated me to work harder. Number 2 is have a study plan for goaltending. Make notes on what you want to learn, whether it's a specific situation like behind the net or whether it's things to do with your skating. Try to find resources online, tutorials. You can go to YouTube, you can find different goalie coaches on Instagram. Find things that you want to work on and then make notes on what you've learned. Then the most important thing is to actually apply that in practice. So say you're watching a game on TV, you notice something about a goalie's stance, you want to try to replicate that in your next practice. So make a note of that, write down what you see, ideally somewhere like on your phone where you can look at it before you go on the ice. And then for your next practice, look at that on your phone, remind yourself of what you're trying to do, and then practice and apply what you learned. Tip number 1 is to live by this motto, which is never give up. Of course, it sounds like a cliche, but it's true. Whether you have a bad game, a bad practice, if you're dealing with injuries or low confidence, just keep going. Imagine that you're lost in a forest and you don't know which way is out. But can you take one step? Yes, you most likely can. Take that one step, move forward, trust the process, and just keep going. And in time, one step after another, you will find your way out. It's very easy to get down on yourself and feel like you're never going to get back to the goalie you used to be. But the one thing you can do is take that first step, keep going, keep pushing, work through the challenges you're having, and you will overcome them. And here's a bonus tip because I actually have 11. Build a network in the hockey world. Have friends that play on different teams, coaches at different levels. Go to hockey camps, not just goalie schools, but also become a goalie for player camps. That's a good way to meet different coaches at high levels, different players. It's a good way to get exposure to better hockey and also meet people and build your network. A big part of moving up in hockey is understanding the political side. Obviously, you want to be skilled, you want to be talented, that's the most important thing. But the reality is that politics and connections make a big difference. Knowing the right person could get you access to a last-minute spot on a team or access to a camp or a tryout with a team that you wouldn't have had access to otherwise. This is how you get opportunities, and this is also how you get a chance to play with better hockey players. This is good life advice too. The more people you know, the more opportunities you will have. I hope you found this video helpful. Please click like, subscribe to the channel, send the video to a friend. Check out goaliestrength.com where we have our Goalie Club clothing line and our different goalie training programs, and I will see you in the next video.